was discontinued. Second on the field, midnight ball. Reaching over 700 kilometers per hour is the big tango flyby. And validate the displays around the RIAT area, and on show day to support the flight display director, the Dr. Steer, to deliver what is undoubtedly the best air show in the world. Fast forward to Monday, Royal Wednesday safely see off approximately 250 aircraft at all corners of the globe. But who are these talented individuals? Well, firstly, 2014, 2017. trajectory of the aircraft and the nose of the aircraft.
Facility being held by the Czech Griffins in their homeland and providing air defence for Slovakia after the retirement of their MiG-29s and before they get F-16s. Put together leasing meant that the small fleet of Czech Griffins, 14 of them in all, of which 12 were single-seaters like you see, were holding 3 quickly actionable air defence alerts at once. Which ordered a further 38 Typhoons in the Tranche 4 configuration. They're being built at the moment. They'll replace the older Tranche 1 jets, just as we're retiring the oldest of our Typhoons, so the Germans are doing with their EF-2000s. And in the Ila Berlin air show a few weeks ago, the German Chancellor replaced the Panavia Tornado ECR in the SEAD, the Suppression of Enemy Air Defences function. Having another strip for this aircraft's bow demonstrated an extremely precise routine there by Hauptmann Alexander Stegmaier of Taktisches Luftwaffengeschwader 74, the German Air Force, with the EF-2000. We've not been much luck with the specially painted display jets so far this week, are we? The Danish F-16 went on serviceable, the Canadian CF-188 yesterday went on serviceable. Hopefully we'll see the painted one today. And that aircraft should have been the specially painted Cyborg Tiger Eurofighter, because that unit is nicknamed the Bavarian Tiger, and they're part of the NATO Tiger Association, as you used to be, Mark, in your 54 Squadron days. But sadly that's obviously gone back as well. It is uncomfortable to buy. I'm a big fan, not only of the photographer, I'm a big fan of how the jets look like on set. Yeah, me too. There's nothing quite like seeing a very operational looking one, is there? And especially one that's been used well and hard as well. I remember in the days or months after the First Gulf War. The Finnish Air Force FA-18 Hornet pilots from the static parking with 11 o'clock, that's been cancelled. So sorry about that. There's plenty going on in the pilots area today, but not that, I'm afraid. So if you've gone along expecting to see that now, it's not happening. Americans, or the Harrier GR5 and GR7 for the RAF, arrived in the late 1980s, and this, the past the first, but this still gives them an extensive expeditionary capability, even with a relatively small fleet at their disposal. Sailing from Istanbul to Helsinki and remaining on station for about 6 months. That was taken on by Bristol Aero engines under the leadership of Dr. Stanley Hooker. The rotating nozzles design was patented in 1957. From that came the P1127 technology demonstrator, which first flew in 1960 with the close-coupled, so-called four-poster layout of rotating nozzles from what was then the Bristol, later the Rolls-Royce Pegasus engine, and that's still the same concept on these later Harriers like this one.
A little different to the display you might have seen previously, and as such we'll be showcasing the aircraft's operational abilities in an all-new 2024 roll demonstration. The Chinook fulfills many operational roles, including trooping, carriage of internal and external loads, parachute operations, casualty evacuation. Today the Chinook will simulate conducting an essential weapons drop-off close to the front line. The watchful eye of Sergeant Lawson will assess directly the landing site with marks of smoke. Not only does the smoke help identify the drop-off area, but it will give troops an appreciation of the wind's direction and strength. Once safely on the deck, the JHSS team will leave the aircraft in order to attach the guns to the Land Rover, providing to a score ahead of the bomber moving through the So this was achieved by the crewmen in the rear of the cabin painting a mental picture of the pilots over the intercom. Give the troops on the ground maximum support while they conduct their mission critical tasks. So if you've got a camera handy, the dog room provides a cracking opportunity for some great photos. Most importantly, direction. Let's see how long you can keep the nose up on the helicopter. Fingers crossed they'll bring it to a stop on just those two wheels. Lovely work, Coops. The Chinook can carry a wide As the aircraft repositions, we like to express our gratitude to our air operations staff who ensure all of our training runs smoothly, the logisticians who ensure spare parts and fuel are where they need to be, and the air traffickers we work alongside every day who ensure safe landings every time. The next manoeuvre the team will demonstrate is a nose-down quick stop, a flying technique that is used to turn the aircraft on a sixpence. Quick stops are a core handling skill which allows us to keep the speed as long as possible, and are particularly useful when the troops are spotted late in on an approach during dusty brownout/snowy whiteout conditions. This dynamic manoeuvre enables us to rapidly adjust from maximum flying speed to bring the support to the troops on the ground in the minimum time. Troops will be flying at 114 miles per hour. We'll rapidly decelerate the aircraft and turn using a bit of pedal. This turns the side of the aircraft into an air brake, essentially, a wind brake. The Chinook is now expeditiously brought to the stop. With the speed under control, the crew will now position it forward and down to the ground.
Pilot will full rotate any moment now, and there we go, just about 3,000 feet. Achieving a high angle back from sustained turn for something that we might require on operations is very straightforward to improve the front for the pilots, allowing them, as I said before, situational awareness to concentrate on whatever the mission is.
Also, I think correctly, it has no limits in pitch, and so that's also very important in the tactical environment, isn't it? Very high pitch rating in the tactical environment.
Yes, especially if the low weights moves the aircraft. Up to 50 tons, meaning that you can go a long way, you can drop off a heavy load and return to your point of origin without without the need to refuel on ground, which in that is very good.
Now, bringing the aircraft into land, and here we see the short landing capabilities coming to the fore.
Yes, so with those 12 main wheels, you've also got 12 carbon ceramic brake packs. And the landing performance, as somebody who's flown it, was one of the most impressive parts. Another really physical experience as the brakes come on. And in fact, there's even an automatic mode for the maximum braking to really shorten the landing as much as possible. And of course, with those 4 engines in reverse thrust, which I know the captain didn't do today.
Yes, I suspect he's been asked to turn on the
Absolutely,
further down.
Yes, you know, you can land in a very, very short distance with a very heavy payload. And that's what they getting the top load.
And with us here to help talk through this display is the team's reserve pilot, against the grey skies of the Falcon's Heart. Formation rejoins. From the left, with the solo passing under and crossing, the 3 aircraft are now in line abreast formation for a line abreast loop. And from this they'll be transitioning into a barrel roll. And why do we call it a barrel roll, Mark? If you imagine a barrel laid out in front of the aircraft, the aircraft fly around the inside of the barrel. So it's a pitching and rolling correlation.
upward slide from the soloist, and then torque rolling back down. And again, crossing with his three colleagues. And out of that quarter cloverleaf, a downward split. And each aircraft still turning or heading away from us as the soloist Sharif Hatun again takes it.
Rolls. And out of our sight. Now watch the three-ship formation out in front of us. Because it's time now, shortly, for one of the most famous manoeuvres of the Royal Jordanian Falcons as the solo pulls up exuberantly beyond them. The three-ship formation is rolled inverted, but now half rolling erect once more. This team comes from the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, and coming up from them, the Hashemite break. For the final few manoeuvres in their 2024 show, the team adjusting now into what they call Concorde formation, heading in directly towards you, and they're getting ready for the Concorde fan break. We give you the 2024